What's up, family? This is your man, not your boy. Go Black to Africa. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you all as you all come in. I have a great report, I guess, if you will, or a great update, or maybe not so great, if we will. But we have our dear brother here, Atur Ben Ord, who is affiliated with the Hebrew Israelites there in Dimona, Israel, and he is one of the part of the leadership there, but it's stationed here in Ghana, and is going to give us an update to what a video that I did and others have done when Ghana demolished their community, their buildings that was on land and was rightfully theirs to lease. And so it was a big stink. It wound up in court, and many people are wondering what has transpired since then. So they are wanting to go and just share what has all been with where they're at this point right now today. And so, without further ado, my brother, welcome here to Go Black to Africa platform, and please introduce yourself as you will, and we're going to get into this.
Thank you, Brother Kofi. Giving all honor and praise to the Most High, first and foremost, as always, and to our anointed leadership there in Dimona, the Holy Council, and the divine ministers, the crown brothers and sisters, saints, and all those striving for righteousness and peace throughout the world. I greet you in the Hebrew tongue, Shalom, Shalom. And as you mentioned, my name is Atur Ben Ord, and I'm stationed here in Ghana, West Africa, Cape Coast to be specific. And I've been here since 2009. And I came at the request of our anointed spiritual leader, Ben Ami, who had asked me to come and to work and serve in our institutions there, our redemptive institutions that he had established for us there, working with the Ghana Ministry of Health and with the idea of bringing alternative health services in the form of preventive health care, regenerative health and nutrition, as well as to just teach people about healthy lifestyle there in Ghana. So I came in 2009 at that request, and I've been here since then.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Well, you know, many people, like I said just a few moments ago, have really taken on an interest of this land. Let me get the naysayers, the haters, and the gossipers out the way when it came to the allegations that the land that you are on, you did not fulfill obligations, and Ghana had the right to do what they did. Can you give some clarification on that for us, brothers, please? Because, and family, I'm going to show the video here of what actually had transpired during this demolition of their property. But brother, please share with people about the legality part of the land and where did y'all stand?
Sure. One of the things that is a matter that's affecting and impacting the fact that we haven't been able to speak to this a little bit more over the last 12 months is because we were approached by the government to join in and participate in a specially formed committee that was headed up by the regional minister, as well as representatives from the government, such as the Ghana Tourism Authority CEO, who was reporting directly to the Minister of Tourism, and other officials, such as Lands Commission officials, and all of them, so that they could investigate and get to the bottom of it. And in committing to that, that took place towards the latter part of the third month last year. We engaged to participate in those hearings, so we could present the facts in those hearings before the committee. And while we were there in the committee, it became very clear right away that the story that they trumped up in the very beginning wasn't solid at all. So we've been in negotiations for almost the last 9 months, and they keep the activity of comments and all of that down They didn't want us talking much about the case because it was stirring up a lot of emotions amongst our brothers and sisters throughout the diaspora. So we committed to that. And there were some other agreements that were supposed to be made within that committee by all parties, such as, uh, you know, to refrain from any further developments on the property until the matter was sorted out. So, as I said, it became very evident.
Okay, as he comes back in, family, if y'all can hear me, what you're seeing here on this video is the land actually that's in question. And this was early, this was the day that the demolition happened. So you still see some structures that are standing, but the video will continue to show them knocking down the buildings. Righty, hold 1 second here. Let me get my brother in here. Okay, you're back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, continuing, yeah, it became very clear early on that they really didn't have a solid leg to stand on, that it was a lot of inconsistencies in what they were saying. And so from there, we were assured that they wanted to see how best that they could resolve the matter. Just so happens that, we also, in good faith, decided not to file it in court, uh, you know, on the word that they were going to make things right in terms of settlement, and the settlement consisting of an alternative piece of land and compensation for what we had lost. So we've been in full consideration of all of that over the last 12 months. However, due to the fact that legally there's a statute of limitations, we had to go ahead and file it in court because up to this point it still hasn't quite been fully resolved, even though the intent is still there, apparently, from the government. They're saying that they still want to resolve the matter. So even though it's filed, our lawyer's been saying that the judge will allow there's still the opportunity for a resolution to be agreed to by the parties. But we have had to go ahead and take the action to move it into the legal court phase. Our first major hearing is tomorrow. So that's really the update. And since we haven't been able to speak on it and really talk much about the matter because of the fact that we had agreed to that in the committee, and as well as now because we are going into the court to hear the case, we're still a bit limited on some of the things we can talk about. But at least I can tell you that much. It had been agreed that, looking at the facts, that the best decision would be for the government to go ahead and sort us out.
So, it tears me up because, this is more than two handfuls of stories, more than 50 stories of issues that I know that Ghana has with those people that I've come across, emails that I received of these different land issues that have happened over the years. And, it's a shame that there is a disregard. And I'm putting this out here because I'm frustrated. And from what you're telling me is basically that there were some agreements that were in place, that, one, there would be discussions, there would be land possibly given, there would be compensations for the loss of properties, and nothing have been done. And yet now it looks as though that y'all are moving forward to other legal positions. And so my thing is that, and I'm going to be careful what I say because sometimes when I get upset, I'll put it out there a little raw. Well, I'm going to say this right here because I know Ghanaians watch this, and I know there are government officials who watch this. And I've been coming to Ghana for the last 7 years. I have met beautiful people in Ghana, whether it's Ghanaians, whether it's African Americans, where there's other people who are coming into Ghana to pursue either their happiness, trying to reach their potentials. Many people have come out of America, UKs and Canadas, coming back with hopes of a better life. I have did many interviews of people here in Ghana who have had hopes coming here only to be scammed, only to be taken advantage of, only to be land to be taken. I know people who have been killed here in Ghana because of land disputes. And yet Ghana has made this whole door of return to be some sense of a historical event that, in my opinion, it was only a ploy, a plot, a scheme to get the dollars out of their hand to bring in to Ghana. The last number I was told, there's over 15,000 of us here in Ghana. And I know without the 15,000 of us that are here and those that come back and forth and the money that is sent outside of the country of Ghana, Ghana could not stand. I'm going to put it out there. We have come here to build businesses. And I know my brothers and sisters there in the Hebrew Israelite community. They are pillars here in Ghana. They have factories. They have businesses. They got farming. They have done so much. And it hurts me to the core when I see that when we come with good intentions, a good heart, and trying to come and establish a new way of life, and we hire the locals, we supply the jobs, we are creating an industry for Ghana, and yet we're overlooked, used and abused, and yet we still don't even have a voice. You know, we are the aimless wanderers, the ones seeking land outside of damn America. Our brothers and sisters who are in Demona have since 1969 planted their seed there in Israel. They've had their issues and their fights, but they still remain. And yet they decide that they would even put camps throughout the continent in various countries to be able to spread not only businesses and to help other countries, but the idea, whether it is a healthy lifestyle of eating, educating the people when it comes to whether it might be technology. Because I know even y'all got factories right here, and I was invited to go to the factory, and I've been there. It blew my mind, man. Y'all got a factory here. You know, right. Y'all sell vegan products to a whole lot of stores in Ghana and throughout Africa. And the things that when I see and hear what has happened to you all, everybody, you know, we got to do something. We got to spread the word, and we got to make the force. My means of giving and helping is this platform. Yeah. And so what I would like to do, brother, is there any contacts people can reach out to, emails that we can reach out to, any officials or anyone that we can even shed more light that this is deplorable what's happening, not only to you all, but the rest of the diaspora who comes here and are being taken advantage of?
Absolutely, my brother. You know, we do have a diaspora coalition group that's here. Of course, the African Hebrew Israelites of Jerusalem. I mean, our leadership is here, stationed in Accra, Tema area as well. That's where our top leadership is here in Ghana for the African Hebrew Israelites of Jerusalem community. And then we are one of the organizations that participate in the Diaspora Coalition. The Diaspora Coalition is made up of different diaspora groups that are here in Ghana. Of those 15,000 of us that you said are here, many of us are represented in that coalition. And we actually have a diplomatic mission that's stationed here in Ghana with a ambassador who she's been involved with our situation as well. Liaison between the top leadership here in the country as well as our leadership there in Dimona. Dr. Erica Bennett, she's a representative for the diaspora with the AU and throughout the leadership on the continent here. So to get in touch with the Diaspora African Forum, that's our organization, the mission that's here in Ghana. You could get in touch with us, the African Hebrew Israelites of Jerusalem, of course, myself directly if need be, and as well as the Diaspora Coalition group. And there are other groups like the AAAG, Caribbean Association of Ghana, Rastafarian Association of Ghana, depending on who you identify with, because we are connected, like I said again, through the Diaspora Coalition as well. And then another agency that you can reach out to is the Office of Diaspora Affairs that reports directly to the president there in Flagstaff House over there in Accra. That agency was set up by Nana Addo to deal directly with us as a diaspora. So the director there, you can reach out to Ghana Tourism Authority and let them know, as a diaspora interest group, that these kind of things are really affecting our confidence in Ghana in terms of tourism, in terms of return, if you want to express that concern with diaspora affairs as well. But it is definitely a concern, I know, with them, and it's a concern with us that needs to be addressed. That kind of action that took place is really something that, again, I keep telling everyone, it goes far beyond just what happened to us. It's something that really is a bigger concern for all of us, as diasporans coming. And then when we look at how, that same type of mentality can be the similar mentality that is just money driven, not really concerned about the effect of lives and the effect of life on the planet that destroys the ozone, that destroys the rainforest, that pollutes our seas, our airs. It's that same injured mind that needs to be addressed at so many levels, and it has to start somewhere. If it has to start here with us and us as a diaspora raising up to consider that action has to be taken on whatever level that we can affect it on, so that it can ultimately be addressed at an even higher level, because we know that we have some other, even bigger issues that have to be faced that sometimes we don't even get to talk about because of situations like this one, such as the issues we're facing with climate change and all of that, but it's that same mentality that's affecting our survival, our livelihood on the planet. It's that same mentality that drives these type of mentalities of some of our leaders, and I know there are several that talk to the issues of corruption and how corruption at high levels is the main obstacle that's actually preventing us from being able to move ahead economically as an African people on the continent. So this is really a big issue. It's much bigger than just what has happened to us locally. And I think that's one of the things that everyone's beginning to realize surrounding this case now, that it's a really big issue that needs to really be properly addressed. And I think we all, as diasporans, can play a huge role, not only in making sure that our capacity to return in good faith back to Ghana, to be able to embrace arms and lock arms and hands with our brothers and sisters here on the continent, that we're able to continue to believe in that dream, that hope, and to see it fulfilled, because we need it so much, so those of us that can still participate and ensure that things are done properly, so that we can still realize that dream, could also see that there's a bigger role that we could play if we can be successful in that. We're praying that the officials here will still continue to hold at heart doing the right thing by us, so that we can continue to promote Ghana.
I chuckle because you made you said a comment of doing the right thing, and I was reading some of the comments, and people are like, I don't know why y'all go to Africa. Africa's not for us. And, all these things, those are amateur comments, because I just did videos of, our brothers and sisters' land being stolen right now today in America. So
Mm.
it just, it ain't Africa. It's
Right.
the hearts of men who are just wicked and evil. That's
Yes.
all it is. Because I just did a video. It was about 2-3 months ago, and one was an elderly woman, one was a older man, and another one was a couple. Land taken.
Mm.
Land, and here's the thing, damn Erica, and I put the D in front of America, capitalize the E. Damn
Mm-hmm.
Erica, what she does, you see, many people don't realize. See, they squeeze you out of your property. They'll raise your taxes. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? When taxes go up, you got to pay them. Or if you say get behind in your mortgage, they'll sell your property on the state capitol building to others who will pay that property tax and take it from you. So
Mm.
let's not act like that the issue is Africa. Africa got
Mm-hmm.
54 countries. That's why I tell people there's many other countries you go move to if Ghana's not the place for you. But
Sure.
I'm gonna say this too, my brother, because I know that y'all are aggressively about to, entering into the legal law part of it. And my thing here is that you had said that y'all were in right standing with your lease,
Yes.
paid up, y'all paid out, everything was good. But the land was sold underneath you.
Yeah.
And currently, what's the status of that property right now?
Currently, the status of that property right now, as far as I know, with Lands Commission, it's been leased to a private investor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, by
And
the Lands Commission.
I understand there is already uh, constructed a building there on that property, and they're doing business there on that property.
Mm-hmm. That would be
Yeah.
correct.
So yeah. Um, so you said y'all moving forward. So what happens now? What happens now, you think? What do you think is going to happen, and or what do you hope to happen, and all that?
Yeah, we're moving forward. Like I said, it has been expressed that they want to do their best because they want us to be reassured that we are family and that this is not the kind of thing that they expect to happen, and that uh, they want to resolve the matter, sort us back out with compensation and as well as with an alternative land if possible. So we're hoping that we can continue to have faith in that. If not, it may have to go the length of the legal processes to sort it out. But again, that chance for it to still be resolved as has been promised is still there, even though it's been filed and it's going to go forward in the courts. So our lawyer is going to be still seeing if that option is going to be possible, and that would go a long way to helping alleviate some of the hardship that's been created by those that we employed, as you said before, as well as those that have been displaced because of the situation and have gone through the 12 months of hardship that we've gone through, as well as those that we were serving in the community. We were providing health services, we were providing healthy lifestyle, consultation and all of that with our people and it was a gathering place. It was a common and popular gathering place for the diaspora community here as well as our local people. So we're just praying that things will be sorted out, as been promised. We know the Most High is on our side, and it's not a coincidence, Brother Kofi. As I said before, the case is taking place tomorrow, and as you were talking about damn Erica, there's the eclipse that's happening at the same time there in America, And it's not a coincidence. Certain things that happen, they happen for a reason. You know, those influences that are affecting some of the decision making at high levels here on the continent. They're not all just like you said a problem of Africa. They're a problem that stems from a global. There's a global mentality that is being pushed and thrust upon us as a people worldwide, and and it's time for change. I think that's the thing that the eclipse is showing us. It's showing us that it's time for a change to take place. That it's time for one way of things being done and handled in the world to a time where things need to change in a more righteous manner. You know, so we're standing on that. We know that the kingdom has come at a perfect time where, you know, we represent that, and it's no coincidence that this is happening at the same time as that, as well as Passover. Passover is just a few weeks away.
Yeah, you know, and I appreciate that. And I know that many of us are standing with you all. And I'll say this right here. Ghana does need definitely prayer, because I tell you, the lack of morality that exists in some of the people, you know, I see the corruption that happens. I see that anything goes. And I had to actually come to an understanding that it's just Ghana. And you know, I thank the Most High that my heart has come out of darkness into the light, because it would be easy to find myself in corruption here. And
Mm,
I don't know, even if it's, sometimes I wonder if it's just welcome
mm,
in the
right.
behaviors and the actions that I see from the higher ups down to the little boy on the street, that
Hmm.
there are just those who, because of a system in place, that it's acceptable to
Right.
show dishonesty, not have integrity, to be able to take money underneath the table and then go and rip land away from people, pay people off. You know,
Right.
I have, you know, Most High shows me that I must walk in a different path while I'm here in Ghana. Though that there are those who come to me and say, you can do it here, you can get away with it here. You can do this, brother. You can do that. And I'm like, no, I choose not to walk in the ways of how some of these Ghanaians walk. And I
Hmm.
believe that if people would just rise up to a standard, Ghana could rise up and be a great country. But if
Yes.
we are perpetuating the old habits by those of the past and pushing it forward into our youth, then we already can see what the future is going to be just by looking at the youth
Yes.
who can sit and look at you and that can lie to you, you know, do that will do mischief or sins or mischievous or lasciviousness behaviors that really are decrepit the youth. when
Yes.
when when Ghana invite these so-called stars and rappers who come spew out garbage amongst the ears of the youth, when I see the young ladies turning more into prostitution. I just had a meeting with two young men today who were
Hmm.
disgruntled because they want to find a good woman, and women keep asking them for money. You want me? Give me the money.
Hmm. Right.
When I see when I'm seeing the more of these strip clubs that are rising up in Ghana, here in Accra, when I'm
Yes.
seeing all of this mess come, and so then I have to ask myself, I can't get mad if it's the system, because every country has its right. I've said this before. Every country has its right to run it the way it wants to run. And
Hmm.
I'm finding more and more that it is contrary to my walk with the Most High.
Yes.
And so my thing is that that's why I've said I cannot do any business with Ghana. I can't go forward with Ghana
Hmm.
until Ghana realizes that its shortcomings
Yes.
off the path of righteousness is not good.
Right.
It is not good. And so, I mean, I don't even know if Ghana knows what it's about to get into,
Right.
because Ghana don't realize. as they want to do the so-called year of return, and you're only pulling people who wants to party, do drugs, run your women into whores that want to do this evil wickedness deals underneath the table and scam. I see them. You let some of these people come from America who's ruthless, they'll run this country in the ground with the quickness. And I guarantee you, they'll enslave Ghanaians. And I'm saying this with a heart of love. Because if anybody knows ruthlessness, people coming from America knows it. They know about, not everybody, because there are law-abiding citizens, but there is a large number of people who would just turn Ghana upside down, because America has a huge problem with drugs, a huge problem with sex trafficking, a huge problem with corruption, a huge problem with gangs, the largest murder capital of the world is damn Erica. And if Ghana is going to invite those sorts of behaviors because its system puts blind eyes to actions like our brothers and sisters who lose lands, who dies from the disputes of land, you're in a world of trouble, Ghana.
Yeah.
If you want to be the father of wickedness, oh, she's coming. She's coming. And when she comes, for those who leave out and die out of this world, those who leave out of the administrative cabinets, those who've gone on back over to their Western worlds when they got the money and they ran, they're leaving you with the bag of crime, infestation, diseases, and all that. So anyway, I had to just put that out. That's what the Lord put them all. I just spewed out of me. So I had to put that out there because I care for my Ghanaians. Because like I said, I know beautiful Ghanaians. I know people who are fighting to do the right thing. I know law-abiding citizens, upright standing people here, but they're so far few in between. They really are. And they tell me about all these people who are doing wrong here. So, brother, please share with us any other information that you let's put a little bright light here on this. Damona about to have an anniversary coming up. Am I correct?
That's right. We're about
Please
to have
share
we're about to celebrate our 50th anniversary of our New World Passover this year in Dimona. That's the event I think you were blessed to be able to attend a year or so ago, my brother, there in Dimona. It's a celebration of our exodus that we left America and returned back to the promised land a little bit over 50 years ago. So we're having our 50-year anniversary. So it's like a Jubilee celebration for us this year, big celebration we're going to have in Dimona this year. Hopefully you'll be there. Hopefully I'll be there. Hopefully we'll see each other.
I'm not going to be able to make it this year here. I'm going to be over in Brazil. So, I won't be able to make it. But I do know that there's many people from around the globe that goes to Dimona during this time of celebration. If there are those who are interested in wanting to participate, tour Dimona, because I believe everybody should be able to witness a Black community that left America, excuse me, put the D in front of America, capitalize the E, back in 1969, and have thrived in a way that is unmatched, or one that cannot fathom that we as a people can grow in harmony, in love, and unity, where it is something that is unbelievable. There is a place that we can see that we can do it. And they are the examples, the pillars, I believe, of an example that came out of damn Erica and have shown the world. Many people, whether you want to call those in high positions, those who are from different walks of life, have come to Dimona just to see and to experience what they have truly done. So, brother, is there any place that people can go if they are interested in wanting to tour or participate in the celebration?
Oh, absolutely. If you get a chance to go, normally we have what you call 2 days of main celebrations called New World Proper, where the activities are going on right there in Dimona, a whole set of activities. And then there's a sacred visitation that takes place pretty soon. I'm sure that our committee that deals with New World Passover have all the information available so that anyone who wants to come can go. I'm sure that information is probably already out, so be glad to share that with you, so you can share that with your listeners and viewers, on some of your upcoming broadcasts.
Okay. So last words, my brother, as we come to a close, and I want to make sure everybody understands that you said that tomorrow you all enter into the court system with this
That's
land.
right.
And I guess they're going to hear the complaint.
Sure.
Okay.
So it'll be the first hearing, and so the first thing is to the lawyers looking to move the motion that's been filed for the injunction on the property. So that'll be the first objective in the court tomorrow, and that'll be the beginning of things. And like I said, we pray that it doesn't have to go to full length. We pray that it continues to be at the heart of everyone to resolve this, so it doesn't have to go to full length. But if it has to, it has to. But at the end of the day, again, just want to share that update with our beloved brothers and sisters throughout the diaspora, our other loved brothers and sisters here in Ghana, who also, there's a lot of people here in Ghana who haven't really been able to get a firsthand update on things as well, just because of the silence we've committed to. So just to give as much of an update as we can, again, because we can't say much at this time, but to say that I pray that every one of us continue to know that this is a season and a time that righteousness must prevail. Righteousness is what has to prevail. And, is going to prevail one way or the other. But the best thing is for us to be mature enough in this season of our life as people, as diasporans, as Ghanaians, just fellow human beings on the planet, to stand for righteousness in every way possible, so that we can see that the future for the generations ahead can be different than what we're experiencing now. We are definitely living in a time where we see that we're facing so many issues around the world, and we haven't been discouraged because we're firmly rooted in the idea that if we stand on righteousness and truth, that at the end, then there's hope. And so we're asking the diaspora to stand with us, continue to stand with us, and continue to inquire and to continue to demand that righteous outcome is achieved in this matter, so we can move on to the greater things that we need to address as a people for our future to be secure, as a whole.
Well, brother, nicely said, and I appreciate that. And I will just say in closing here that, the Most High have been showing me more about this land. And the old song, "This land is your land, this land is my land." We sung those songs here in damn America growing up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, I'm reminded now more as I'm getting older that this land ain't my land. This land ain't your land. Our land is coming. Our true land is coming, And so then, while we know that the Most High created this land for all to enjoy, it was made perfect, it was made good, and all of us to enjoy. Yes, it is our land per se, but we understand because of the evil that have grown across it, we were promised something even greater, and that's my faith. That is my faith, that the new heaven and earth that has been prophesied and told is that what I await for. And that keeps my sanity. I don't pursue land anymore. I don't pursue it anymore because my thing is that the Lord's going to take care of me wherever I go. I've got properties that the Lord has blessed me to go ahead and purchase, and I'll rent those out to those who would love to come in some of these areas and rent and vacation and all those things there. But I have been shown there is something greater for me. As long as I stay faithful on the path of righteousness with the Most High, following those commandments, I am good. So, brothers and sisters, I say share the video, get the word out, and reach out, send an email. And those Ghanaians, those government officials who are watching this too, find it in your heart that by doing the right thing, by supporting, by echoing this support for our brothers and sisters that are here in Ghana, helping Ghana. And I can speak and vouch for the Hebrew Israelites. Brothers and sisters here have done nothing but do right by the people who are standing right to do business and live a happy and a pursuit of happiness and their fruitful life. And so if you can find it in your heart, digging deep, listening to the voice of the Most High, to share with the government officials, to share with the judges, to share with the lawyers, to share that there is an injustice and an oversight of what is happening to a people who have come into Ghana for a greater purpose than where they left. Do that for our people. So with that, brother, I appreciate you for coming in, sharing, giving us an update. Definitely, I know you all will let me know how things are going. And hopefully in the next future, we can also give people a better word of the results that's happening with the situation.
Absolutely. Thank you, Brother Kofi. It's an honor and a pleasure. And keep up the great work that you're doing, my brother, to promote,
Thank you.
Going Black to Africa, and you'll be loved very much. And thank you again.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you go, brother. I'll holler at you later. I'm gonna come to a close my audience.
All right. Take care.
All right, peace and blessings. Yeah, family, I appreciate y'all coming in. Let me say this right here, because people, I know there are just young mind people. They're talking, oh, see, they're gonna have to see. I know everybody has their growth. I know everybody has to walk their path. And I'm telling you all, Africa is not only the origin of humanity, the beginning of all things. You're going to find as time go on, because everybody else knows it except for you, Africa is the now and the future. Africa will be the so-called open ground for you to flee. I'm telling you now, as we watch this slow disintegration of America, Europe, you're going to see many people fleeing into Africa. I see it already. And the sad part about it is, it's the Europeans who are coming. It's the Europeans who are leaving their countries to come to Africa. And they're blown away by what they see. They're the ones who are taking advantage. Not just them. You got the Lebanese, you got the Indians, you got the Chinese, you got the Russians, you got people are coming in, setting in, finding place out of the misery they tell me that they're coming from. The deplorable conditions, the high taxes, the overrated, inflated prices of housing, the cost of living, only to come into Africa. So many can sit and try to throw shade on Africa, but I do know Africa's the place. So this is your man, not your boy. Go Black to Africa. Peace and blessings to all of y'all. Peace and blessings for those who's come in. Share the video, your kind words, your prayers as I travel. Hey, it's not me, it's we. Let's open each other up and let's continue on this walk of righteousness. I'm out.